Jeff Cavanaugh in the parking lot of where I just did the Ben and Skin show on 97.1 The Eagle, which you can also hear on the iHeart Radio app. And because there is news about Cole Beasley and because my equipment for recording is already packed up because I'm going to Oxnard, California tomorrow, I'm just going to do this on my phone sitting in a parking lot and tell you guys about the things. So Cole Beasley today expressed interest in playing for the Cowboys again in response, actually, to my buddy Roy White and something that he said on the tweeter. And I did. I forgot to correct it. It auto-corrected to Coke, didn't it? I'll fix that afterwards, okay? That was not a joke. I don't think Cole Beasley does drugs. But Cole Beasley has expressed interest in a return to the Cowboys. Is it possible? Is it likely? Here we go. It is possible, yes. If the Cowboys get to camp and they don't like what it looks like with their wide receiver group, if you heard Stephen Jones today, their goal is let's get our young guys on the field. Let's see what they got. And if it turns out that we need help, then we can go out and get help. Would Cole Beasley fit into that? Maybe. Would Cole Beasley make your wide receiver room better? Yes, he would. Do I think it'll happen? No. And I'm actually torn on it. Like, he makes your wide receiver room better because your top 5 or 6 guys are now better with him being part of it and somebody else being out of it. Here's the reason why I think it is highly unlikely that Cole Beasley will return to the Dallas Cowboys. That is because of, number one, part of the reason Amari Cooper is not here because he wasn't vaccinated. Jerry Jones didn't like that. He considered that being a bad teammate. He ain't like that. Rule part number 2, Cole Beasley burned bridges on his way out. A lot of it was with Jason Garrett, but some of it was also with the ownership in the front office and the way that he talked about how people get the ball based on whose contract is up and who makes how much money. And so he talked crap about the Cowboys front office. Now, that hurdle is overcomable because Jerry Jones ain't sensitive. You can talk shit about Jerry Jones and he'll get over it. So that hurdle is overcome. The first hurdle with vaccination, you have to see how it goes in the NFL this year. My guess is it won't be as big a deal as it was last year, but who knows? But in theory, maybe that one is overcomable as well. The third thing that I think probably stops, and let me see if I can find my super chats. I see you guys out there. Hold on. I'm trying to scroll. There we go. Thank you, Formula. You're a beast. Thank you, Anthony Gonzalez. Whataburger Super Chat number 5 with grilled onions and grilled jalapenos when you get home. Hell yeah. Coke Beasley. I did not mean to put the title as Coke Beasley. It auto-corrected because I'm doing this on my phone. I'll change the title to Cole Beasley when I'm done here. Reason number 3 why I think it is unlikely that Cole Beasley is going to be a Cowboy again is because I just don't think that the Cowboys are in the market for a wide receiver who is slot only. Oh my God. All right. 100% not talking about vaccines today. Not going to do it. Not going to take the bait. The Cowboys, when they have all their wide receivers healthy, the way that it's going to look is Michael Gallup will play primarily an outside receiver spot. If James Washington is one of your top 3 wide receivers, he will play primarily an outside wide receiver spot, which means that the third guy is CeeDee Lamb, and he would play a lot of the slot. And I like CeeDee Lamb in the slot. Part of the reason that Cooper Kupp was the best receiver in football last year is because Cooper Kupp, thanks to Sean McVay and the way that they line things up, Cooper Kupp was covered by a linebacker more than any other wide receiver in the entire NFL. It's about matchups. I want my best player in the best matchup I can find for him against your worst player if I can pull it off. Having you in the slot is the way to do it. I don't think the Cowboys want a guy who can't play elsewhere. Cole Beasley is a slot guy. So I think it's a long shot. Oh, I didn't mention Jalen Tolbert. Like Jalen Tolbert, I think is the other guy who your third round pick, wide receiver, is the other guy that can make it possible for CeeDee Lamb to play outside as well. Because I think Jalen Tolbert's your other guy who can play out, can play in. Gallup, you want outside. James Washington, you want outside. CeeDee Lamb can play anywhere. And Jalen Tolbert, I believe, can play anywhere. So, Cole Beasley, interested in being a Cowboy again because he'd love to play with Dak Prescott. Possible. Could make your team better in theory, but I don't think he fits what the Cowboys are looking for a number of reasons. Vance, how hard did your eyes roll when the Joneses got the report out that the cap space has been earmarked for Lamb, Diggs, etc.? Well, they said that, and that's partially true. But the other thing, what they said, and Formula, thank you in the super chat. Saw your vid earlier. Hope you feel better, brother. Oxnard Fund. Thank you so much. Yeah, your boy's been struggling from a mental health perspective for the last month or so. But I had therapy today. Today has been better than most days. And we will continue to work at it. And I think going to California will be good for me, honestly, to just get away from everything, do the cowboy stuff, have time to myself, work on some things, all that. Earmarked for Lamb and Diggs, etc. Yes, they do have money earmarked for players. That's true. But they don't need to roll over $20 million in order to be able to pay those players. They can pay them anyway. So if they get to camp and they realize, holy crap, we're short at linebacker, or somebody gets hurt there, or holy crap, man, this wide receiver plan we got, this is a lot like that wide receiver by committee that we tried before when we had to trade for Amari Cooper to save the season. This setup's better because you have CeeDee Lamb instead of Allen Hurns, rookie Gallup, and Cole Beasley. But still, it's not the ideal setup going into a season. So there is a possibility that they will add people with the cap space that they have when they get to camp. If they realize Matt Waletzko and Josh Ball, they don't think are capable swing tackles. We don't think James Washington is capable of being a starting wide receiver for the first few weeks of the season. Then they'll use their money and they'll rock and roll. Are you going to join the guys while over in California? Define the guys. I will be joining the Ben and Skin show on 97.1 The Eagle at 4:15 every day that I'm out there. You can also hear that on the iHeartRadio app. You can search it that way. So yes, I will be on the radio. I'll be on 97.1 The Eagle with the Ben and Skin show at 4:15 every day. And I will be doing videos here with David Hellman of Fox Sports. We will have a practice report each day. So that'll be good. Where's KT? I was just with KT, but I just left him. All right, let me go fix the title of this video. I just wanted to address it very quickly because I knew it was a news item. I wish the Cowboys had signed Julio Jones, by the way. I respect and understand all of you who say you think he's washed, he's broken, he'll never be good again, and it's very possible that that is true. But on the off chance that he could be good, you should have signed him, Cowboys. You should have signed him. Just for the depth and for, hey, what if James Washington, you don't really like what he's got? What if Jalen Tolbert isn't really ready for what you want him to do? What if Michael Gallup's out for longer than you thought? Julio Jones is a nice name to have in the mix to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I know Julio signed with the Bucs because they're smart. Because they're smart. That one's not in the trunk. I'm going to be in Oxnard tomorrow, and I'll pick up my rental car from LAX, and then I'll drive to Oxnard, and then Dave will have a car because I will have a car. All right, love you guys. Thank you so much for all your positive words. You guys are awesome. I love you. I'm looking forward to Oxnard, California, and letting you guys know what is going on out there. So remember, you have no idea what anybody is going through. So be cool to everybody. I love you. Goodbye.